Well, you can tell that fuck down at the office. I don't care what it takes. You're going to get me in that game, on that field, and I'm going to have a camera in my fucking hands. Okay? Okay? Hello, folks. UFL Jim here with the Week 4 UFL recap. Special episode today. We are actually going to be joined partway through the show by Wizard Jim himself. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. Let's check in first, though, on XFL and USFL Jim. You're supposed to How about that week 4, huh, bitch? You guys got smoked! What the hell are you talking about, man? You just tied it up. You didn't do shit. XFL is just a bunch of bums. You can suck my ass. You wanna fucking go right now? I will fuck you, dude. I will literally fuck you right now. Oh, you wanna fuck? We fucking? Jim, fuck fat dude. Oh, we're fucking? Okay, let's do it.
Fuck you, XFL. Fuck you, UFL. I fucking hate the UFL. BattleHawks.
God, it's a fucking mess in here. Okay, folks, so week 4, I have a couple takes. First off, what can we do about the attendance numbers? Everyone's talking about attendance numbers. Birmingham down, San Antonio down, Michigan embarrassing, Memphis embarrassing, Houston embarrassing, Arlington embarrassing, St. Louis. You're fine. But what can be done? I feel personally that we need to just take this year's attendance numbers and throw them out. The league did a bad job marketing in these home markets. That's partly due to the merger, partly due to some inexperience, and honestly, I suspect some douchebaggery afoot. But that is beside the point. I just think we need to take the attendance numbers and look at them not in a vacuum, but in a broad strokes sense. This is a new league. Another new league. What is this? 3 leagues in 3 years, basically? Technically, 3 leagues in 2 years. And maybe people are just a little wary, a little hesitant, and that's fine. That is A-OK for us right now, okay? Okay. Because the UFL will be all right. Once they show successful year 1, then it's successful year 2. Crowd sizes will come. Once they get a full year to kind of get people in and market to those people for an entire offseason, I suspect things will improve. Take number 2. What's up with the media stuff? I'm hearing some rumblings about podcasts and media relations, and my good friends and the good friends of the Garage over at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network are apparently having issues getting media credentials. What's up with that? Let's listen to Sean Green's take real quick.
So I call this guy up, Jeff, VP of Comms. Jeff, I'm looking at you. I tried to call you back after you denied our press request just to get an explanation. And I get him on the phone. I'm like, hey, man, we're huge fans of the league, doing a lot to promote it. Would love to just get the credential so the guy can, add to his coverage. He's like pressing me. He goes, I don't really know what it's a podcast. Why would he need to be there? I go, I'm trying not to be condescending. Have you ever listened to a podcast? And he goes, yeah, I have. I listen to music podcasts. Right there, the VP of comms for the fucking UFL told me he doesn't listen to sports podcasts. Who the fuck do you think is talking about the United Football League, Jeff, VP of comms?
I, for one, as the self-appointed king of the UFL, am disgusted and horrified by these allegations. I think we need to do a very serious look at what this league is and what we need to be getting people in that want to dive in and sink their teeth in on this league. I want to have sex with this league, okay? And if they're having trouble getting media accreditation and I'm just little old me, I'm just the common man, the common Jim. What is a guy like me supposed to do? Do I have to go to the corner store and just fucking suck dicks all day to make enough money so that I can suck a dick at the media office to get a press badge where I'm just going to go suck dick again? How many dicks do I have to suck? Okay? In order to get to the level that I need to be for the UFL. Huh, Jeff? Can you answer me that, Jeff? How many dicks will be enough for you? Up next, we're looking at team trajectories. I have 2 lists, an up list and a down list. For the up list, I have team trajectories going up. We have the BattleHawks, the Defenders, the Brahmas, the Stallions, and the Roughnecks. All look to be trending upwards this week. You really want to be buying on DC because they were winning that game the entire time until an amazing kick sealed it for Birmingham. Also buy up on everyone who stayed in Birmingham for that game through the weather delay. Their fan stock is through the roof right now. BattleHawks just continue. BattleHawks are like a consistent stock, always rising, every week getting better and better and better. And their stock is just, you're going to cash out at the end of the season when they are playing in the championship game. My prediction right now for you. Defenders, already talked about them. Brahmas, I believe, aside from the preseason, this is probably the lowest their stock's going to be. Even without quarterback Chase Garbers, I believe in this Brahmas squad. Quentin Dormady is a leader. He's dynamic, and he has the moves to make it at quarterback in this league. And I think the Brahmas will still be a very good force with him leading the team. I'm going to buy on the Brahmas. Stallions, I'm still buying. They're top tier. Maybe it starts to sink a little bit, but that defense is still so good. They have 2 great options at quarterback in Adrian Martinez and Matt Corral. It's hard to look at any faults with the Stallions. Roughnecks looked competent on offense. Again, this is against the Renegades defense, but that's beside the point. I don't know if their offense was going to look competent against anybody at any point this season. It looked great. The defense was the big factor for them, stepping up against what usually is a very competent Renegades offense. So maybe that has more to do with the Renegades than the Roughnecks, but I don't know about that. I'm still tentatively buying up on the Roughnecks. Now, for your sell options, we have the Renegades, Showboats, and the Panthers. The Renegades are obvious. They just find new ways to lose. They were never in that game this week. It was disgusting, deplorable from all levels. Perez looked worse. The receiver core looked worse. Bob Stoops, I don't know what you're doing, big game Bob, but you got to step it the fuck up, buddy. For the Memphis, Showboats. Sell, because this offensive line is fucking atrocious. I actually vomited because of this offensive line this week. They caused me to just regurgitate food and beer out of my stomach and onto my floor. This is how gross this team and this offensive line is. And also, I like the guy. But Dave Filippo, thin ice, buddy. Thin fucking ice. And for the Michigan Panthers, I mean, we all expected kind of a comeback down to earth moment for them. They could not have the showing they had in week 3 every single week. But this was putrid. This was disgusting. Maybe they're an on-again, off-again sort of team. Maybe they're like successful one week, bad the next. That's to be determined. We'll see in week 5 if they have a little bit of a bounce back. But I don't know. For now, I am selling the Panthers. And last take, what the fuck is up with CJ Johnson's facial hair? What's going on there? I might have to get Investigator Jim on the case because this has been perplexing me for 4 weeks now. We gotta figure out what's going on with the facial hair, CJ. You gotta figure it out, okay? Get back to me on that one.
A nice, relaxing morning with a couple of good friends. What more could you add to make it special?
Well, I'll tell you what you can add. You can add shitloads of money, gambling, round robins, teasers. We have it all here on brunch betting. That's right. It's XFL Jim, Chase, Lupin Fiasco Sesums, and Eric Uncle Rico Magoo giving you the best sports plays you can find. That's right, bitches. It's brunch time betting. Today on the Week 4 recap of the UFL is none other than the vaunted Magic Man himself, Wizard Jim. Give it up for Wizard Jim, everybody. Thanks for having me, UFL Jim. So, Jim, I have a couple questions for you. I want you to answer these truthfully and honestly. What team, in your opinion, has the most aura? Or the most powerful aura, I should speak.
I would say the team that has the most powerful / strongest aura currently, based off a very small sample size. It's tough. It's either between the St. Louis BattleHawks or DC Defenders. But DC has the lemon scent factor that I think boosts them over the edge to a nice, powerful aura. Also, red, generally more powerful than blue.
So the Renegades have looked absolutely terrible this last week. But before that, they looked competent, but we're still losing games due to bad decision-making, bad luck, whatever you want to call it. Is someone casting a spell of losing on the Arlington Renegades? And if so, who would you deduce would be the spellcaster?
I do believe that someone out there has cast a spell of losing on the Arlington Renegades. And as of who it is, I'm not quite sure. But it is concerning to all UFL fans out there that the league and these teams do not have adequate magical protection against the dark arts. It's something that needs to be addressed even before the championship game. I think it needs addressed ASAP. My number is... Give me a call. I'm always staffed up. You can always hit up Wizard Jim.
Okay, Jim, I want you to play a little game for me here. I want you to take all the teams in the UFL and associate them with a magical spell. Go.
Oh, fun game indeed, my Jim. I tip my cap to you. Let's see. Starting with the St. Louis BattleHawks, I believe their power is Sway Mind because they are doing a fantastic job.
I fucking see it. Yeah, dude.
Of
Yeah.
many people
Yeah.
that this league is extremely, extremely popular. I think that is excellent. For the Birmingham Stallions, Magic Missile. Nothing but consistency from this team, and I believe that is the most consistent spell in my arsenal. For the Defenders, it's easy. Summon Snake. Oh, for the Brahmas, it is pure chance. It is a random spell because this team likes to live on the edge, Jim. They like to live on the razor's edge, and that is excitement, and I give this team nothing but a blind chance. For the Roughnecks, touch of death, because it seems to be every team they play does worse the next week. I understand DC did win their game after playing the Roughnecks, but it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty. For the Renegades, self-immolate. What more is there to say? They kill themselves every week. It's brutal. For the Panthers, illusion. False clone. They can't get anyone to show up. It's an illusion of a fan base there in Detroit. I don't know what else to say. Get some tickets out there, people. Jesus. And for the Showboats, it's Breakable Wall. They cast the spell of Very Breakable Wall, which is actually, in some worlds, an anti-spell that makes you actually easier to attack. It's very counterintuitive. I don't recommend it.
Okay, Wizard Jim, last question I ask every guest. What was your game of the week?
Game of the week? It would have to be the Defenders versus the Stallions. The crazy weather delay, the action, the intensity, the storylines, it was all just chef's kiss. It was a very magical game, if I do say so myself.
That's a strong one, Jim. That's a very, very strong one. I, too, even though there was a delay, I, too, appreciated the nuance and the greatness that was the Defender-Stallions matchup. It was an all-time. Any sort of like weird weather and a classic finish, you gotta love it. It's storybook almost. Thank you, Wizard Jim. Anything you want to shout out before you get out of here? Tell the people what you got going on.
Jim, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm sort of a connoisseur of the arts, so I've been trying to paint, sing, act. I'm just trying to be able to reach the fans of the magical and mystic arts, so I actually started my own OnlyFans, Wizard Jim, so that my fans and fans of magic in general out there, people, can come together and celebrate wizardry, magic, and sorcery. It's beautiful.
That's shocking and disgusting, Jim. I want you to leave now.
Well, fuck you too, Jim.
Explosio! That brings us to the power ranking portion of the show, folks. So I've moved some teams around since last I was here, which I believe was after week 2 because we were in YouTube timeout for a little bit, but beside the point. Here they are. Down 1 spot since their last ranking, the Arlington Renegades at 8th place. A disgusting performance. The worst performance of the year, maybe by any team. They should be ashamed of themselves. At number 7, the Memphis Showboats fell from fucking 5th. What the hell are you guys doing out there? The offensive line is just terrible. It's disgusting. It literally made me throw up. No more to say about them. At 6, we have the Roughnecks moving on up. They're kind of finding their place in the world. Maybe Reed Sinnett is the spark that this team needs to make a little bit of a run. Number 5, it's the Panthers. Again, they were so high after week 2 and 3. They looked really good. Now they look just kind of eh. They're going to probably be a middle-of-the-pack team throughout the whole season. At number 4, we have the DC Defenders putting on their best showing of the year, in my opinion. Yes, it's a loss, but they almost took down and led for most of the game against the Birmingham Stallions. This team is on the come-up, I believe. At number 3, we have the San Antonio Brahmas. A little bit of a slow start, but, I think they're going to find themselves. I think Quentin Dormady will be able to do a lot of good things for this team. I'm still buying stock in the Brahmas. Number 2, I have the St. Louis BattleHawks, just climbing that ladder, improving every single week, just getting better and 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 better. Look at the BattleHawks just climbing their way up that sexy ladder. And at number 1, it's the Birmingham Stallions. They're the cream of the crop. They're the king of spring, as so many like to claim. And until they fall, at number 1, they shall stay. So overall, to conclude this week 4 recap of the UFL, the main takeaway I want to say is that the teams are kind of finding out who they're going to be. We're sort of like seeing the tiers develop. I believe we're going to have the Stallions and BattleHawks in Tier 1, Brahmas, Defenders, Brahmas, Defenders, Panthers, Tier 3, and then Roughnecks, Showboats, and Renegades, all the way down at the bottom. I think we're starting to see the tiers kind of find themselves. That's my big takeaway. Next up, I will leave you guys with what I want to see in week 5. First off, Fox, why another doubleheader? What is the point? All it does is hurt me. And what more could you want than to please me? I am UFL Jim. Okay? Let's work some shit out here. Number 2, chaos will reign. If there's one thing we Jims know, week 5 in the spring is where chaos happens. Expect craziness in week 5. I'm looking forward to it. And number 3, kind of goes along with number 2, but I want all games to come down to the wire. I want everything to be extremely close, like a 1 point, like a field goal game. Maybe we get an overtime. Let's get weird with it. Speaking of weird, what? I'm not even wearing pants here, okay? Fuck you guys. Let's go. UFL, baby.